Greetings, IML members. This is Steve Greger, the Director of Swipe Trades, and I want to bring you an update that's due to you for both November results as well as our look into the near term future for the month of December and as well as January. So, with that being said, let's get through this thing. I don't want to take up much of your time, but I do feel it was important to bring you some news and some really good news. So, first of all, let's look at November. So, the November results were interesting. We did end up with an accumulated 192 pips as evidence from the traders' actual live accounts. We're still adjusting to the reporting from live accounts. We're still adjusting to the delays. We're still adjusting to the fact that performance is going to dictate how we present our information and for the actual traders that are trading active that month in the team. We've kind of looked at this in a long process, and Jason Brown and our CEO Christopher Terry and I have talked and talked, and we've just come to the conclusion that performance really has to be there. And as most traders understand, you're essentially only good as you're only as good as your last trade, right? Doesn't matter what you did 2 months ago or 6 months ago, be it good or bad. But we wanted to have a rotation, and so a little internal competition. And so we're only going to put our best foot forward each month, and that'll change each month because traders, just like life, have their seasons of in and out and really in the zone and maybe not so much in the zone. That's just true. And as you become a trader more yourself, you will understand that. But what we have now are essentially a team of traders that have been vetted and trained and are proven via their experience in trading their accounts. And some of those that have been essentially testing here for as much as 6 to 9 months, almost a year in some cases, have deserved a chance and a shot at being on the Swipes team. And we'll talk about that. So we have a pool of traders that will be trading, and we have a pool of traders that we internally we just say they're reserves. They're the next group. They are competing with the current active traders. And at the end of the month, we take the traders that do best and we put them on the active trade team to make trade idea calls. And so from November onward, there's this rotation. And so a little bit of excitement and, as you can imagine, a little bit of stress in trading, knowing that your job essentially was on the line. But we did pull out 192 pips. And again, it's nothing to brag about. But I do want to remind you of something, especially for the newer traders who think in terms of pips. A pip is not a pip, okay? And what I mean by that is the profit that a pip represents is regulated by one thing in comparison to everything else. Everything else being the same. In other words, if I have two traders and they both have a $2,000 account and they're both going to be in a trade and put 2% of their risk into a stop loss and they both gain 75 pips, but one used a 30 pip stop loss and one used a 100 pip stop loss. Okay? Though they both made 75 pips, the one who used the 30 pip stop loss made 3 times the profit in the same trade, same size account, same risk in the trade. So, a pip is not really the best of measurements. It's not the most accurate because it doesn't really define what's there. If I make 600 pips, but I did it with a 200 pip stop loss, well, that's I can make the same amount of that with half the pips, a third the pips, right? So be careful about pip measurement because a pip is really not the true measure. Eventually, the size of the stop loss becomes the dictator of how much profit is really there. And I will say for November, being transparent, I promised you guys from the start transparency in our reporting. Um, Part of the challenge is we had some swing and position trades that lingered, and we're going to work on that. Okay. There's a little bit of trader momentum and ego wrapped up in that. You call a trade idea, and it's lingering around, and you're really confident it's going to go, and it eventually goes for some pips, but you had the trade too long and you're paying rollover fees for that. Now, again, if you don't know what that's about, you go back to IML Academy and learn, or ask somebody who knows what rollover fees are swap fees. And so we had, in my opinion, as a 15-year trader, we had excessive swap fees, excessive rollover fees for November. And that eats into the profit of the pips. So this is true if you do position or swing trading and you hold the trade a long time. The amount of pips you make, again, a pip is not a pip, because they're going to be eroded by the cost you pay for those rollover costs. So anyway, it wasn't a bad month, but it's not the month that we want yet. We're far from that. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And with our new team, effective December 1st, our new active team, we're pretty excited. Speaking of that, the Swipes 3.0, Swipe Trades 3.0 is now here. And that 3.0 app is available. And we have new master traders on the team. So we've got Mike and Leon and Ricky and Jay. And these are part of a group that have been tested and proven themselves over a long period of time and have deserved a shot at helping us get a better return on the trades, which puts a better return with you if you are actually looking at the trade ideas and using them to take your own trades. Obviously, we provide the trader education, and any trade that you take is your call whether you take it or not, based on the trade idea and the analysis that our master traders put forth. We're not outright a signal service, but we are a trader education service, and so we put out trade ideas, and hopefully, you can get something from that. So we're not cutting anybody from Swipes trades. Don't think of it that way. This is not the entire team. We have a few traders who performed well last month and will remain as active callers on the trades. And what I've done, is divided these into two teams, somewhat based on performance. We're going to have the typical Swipes trade team, and then we're going to have a Swipes trade plus team. Now, the Swipes trade plus team is a separate set of traders. They're within the family of swipe trades, but they're designed to bring a little bit more optimal analysis, and their trade ideas should prove with consistency to bring a little bit more profit your way. So Swipes Trade Plus, or I call it Swipes Plus, but Swipe Trades Plus will be available just to you as a Swipe Trade subscriber for the month of December. It's free for December. Swipe Trades Plus is free for December. And that means that when you log into your Swipe Trades 3.0 app, you will be able to take both Swipes and Swipe Plus trades. If you just have the Swipe Trade Plus, if you just have Swipe Trades as a subscription come January 1st, you won't have access to the Swipe Trades Plus. You'll have to have that second subscription, or the upgraded subscription. I want to make a point here for those of you, because we're going to talk here in a second about your options on your trading with our new app, and the information that you get. And so we've talked in the past about there being 2-minute delays. Now, you're going to have your choice of what kind of trades. And if you like intraday trading, and many of you in the surveys had said you wish there was more intraday traders, we have some intraday trading going on now. And if you prefer those, you must understand that those are shorter term trades by nature, and they will be quicker. You have to be quicker to respond to them. And so the traders will be doing that. The traders doing intraday calls will be exempt from the 2-minute delays that the swing and position traders have to take. So in other words, they make a trade idea call. They have to wait 2 minutes before they can execute that trade in their live accounts. They also have to wait 2 minutes before they move their stop loss, before they take profit, before they exit the trade, etc., and before they cancel a trade or close it in any fashion. So the subscribers in the field should do much better than our actual traders because of that 2-minute delay. But we're trying to emulate a little bit the user experience and be a more transparent kind of offering. But that's being waived. I'm exempting that for intraday traders, only forcing them to have a 30-second delay. So if you're going to select intraday trades, you must understand, just as if you were on your own charts doing intraday trading, you have to act much faster. There's no need to be up 15 pips in a trade on a short-term trade and then having to wait 2 minutes for our trader to execute his exit, and next thing you know, he's being stopped out. Whereas you, the consumer, the subscriber, can have the benefit of getting out of that trade. But you're going to have to act. If you're going to take intraday trades, you have to be able to act. All right, so Swipe Trades 3.0, it is now available for download, iOS and Android. As of the release of this video, the apps are in the stores and they're ready for your download. So if you have a current version of Swipe Trades, just go ahead and delete it off your phone and download the new app. If you're new to subscribe to Swipe Trades, go ahead and download the app and you can upgrade your product offering in your back office and get a Swipe Trade subscription. The master traders, effective immediately, will be using the 3.0 format. Okay, they will be using the master app for the master traders that is in 3.0 format. New, you're going to be able to select notifications as to whether you want those notifications coming via email or phone. You're going to be able to select the session, which time of day do you want to take trades. This came back heavy from the surveys that I did, where traders were saying, oh, it's nice that you made, 500, 800, 1,000 pips in the London session. Just so happens I'm at work. Just so happens I'm asleep. So I need some trades during the other sessions, during the US session, during the Asian session. Don't let it all be London session. So we're going to have a little bit of effort to distribute the trades, and you're going to be able to take select which sessions you want to receive trades from, at least the trade ideas when they're called. You're going to be able to select the type of trade, intraday, swing, position, and you're going to be able to select the source, whether you want swipes, if you want swipes plus, or you want both. Okay. Again, if you're a Swipes Plus subscriber, which everybody is entitled to for the month of December, you'll be able to take just Swipes or just Swipes Plus or both. Come January, unless you have the Swipes Plus subscription, you'll only be getting swipe trades. You won't be able to have access to Swipe Trades Plus. And then the new 3.0 format has incredible search options. Now, I will say it's data dependent. In other words, we're adding new features such as session, type of trade, and obviously that data wasn't recorded with the previous trades, and so the search function is going to be limited and it's going to be data dependent to trades called in that new format. Now we have an option, the programming department, which I have to give many kudos to for pulling out this app and getting this app updated in a real pretty expeditious fashion, and did a great job with it. They were called in yesterday, to be honest, to make some changes, and so now the master traders who were calling trade ideas last month will be able to go back and edit those. So slowly over the next several weeks, they're going to go back and edit their November and October and September trades. I'm not going to ask them to go any farther back than that, and edit those trades with the master editor, which will allow it to be in 3.0 format. So as time goes on, the searches going back over the last 90 days will be much better. Of course, anything entered this month, you'll be able to do the searches on. All right, let's take a quick look at the actual live app. And let me see if I can pull up that screen. Okay, here we go. So it's downloaded. You've got a video of my phone. You're going to see me enter my username, if my eyes will work, and my IML password, which, as you all know, is asterisk, 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 asterisk. All right, so you come into the app, you see some updates, signals, etc. Let's just, for now, I want to look at settings. This is the most important thing I want to convey today, this and the search function. So let's look at settings real quick. So as you can see now, you have the ability in the settings tab to get notifications from your email, your phone, both or neither. So this is a new option to you. As I said, for the month of December, it's as if you have a Swipe Trades Plus subscription. So you want both Swipe Trades and Swipe Trades Plus, just leave those both in the on position. What type of trades do you want? Position, swing, and intraday. You have your choice between those. It could be one of them, two of them, or all three of them. And you want trades initiated during the London session, the US session, or the Asian session. Now, those are rough estimates. We divided the day essentially into 3 time periods, and just gave, there might be some session overlap on that, but essentially, from a UTC perspective, 12 to 8, 8 to 4, and then 4 to midnight. So just select which ones you want trades for, and you're set. So this is a huge, huge feature. This has all come about, the selectivity for the type of trade, the trade source, where you want your notifications going, and which sessions for time of day. So this is a pretty magnificent upgrade in terms of what you can do there. The other thing, and again, I don't want to spend much time on this. You'll be able to play with this with your own download, is the search function. Now, you're going to have pretty good eyes, but we have the ability with the search function now to search, to select trades by which master it is, what symbol, which session it occurred. This is how far back you want to look, 1 day, 2 days, a week, etc. The trade status, now this has changed, and so you won't see with new data, this is giving you old data, which is why you see this, but you won't see active or inactive anymore. Here's the trade statuses that will be for all trades called effective today onward. They will be pending, such as an entry order, a limit order kind of trade, if it hasn't executed yet. There will be canceled. So if there was a pending order out there and the trader cancels it, it will say canceled. So we're going to hold on to those and let you see how many trades got canceled. They're going to be active in terms of it's there and it's going. There's going to be win, loss, break even. So no more inactive trades. We're going to give you a lot more detail what's happening with or happened with the trades. Trade type, as I said, you'll be able to get in there and select what type of trade, position, swing, or intraday. One thing I want to talk about in terms of which session. So what I'm saying there is this particular, get my little marker here, this particular block, it wasn't supposed to be filled, my bad. So the session is a restriction for London session, US session, Asian session, for when the trade idea was called. Now, if you take that trade, you will still continue to get updates regardless of the time. But it's only for trades that you've entered. The only trade ideas that were called during a particular session. So if you ask for London session only, those are the only ones you're going to get notified on during the day. If you get any other alerts during the day or notifications, it's going to be because there was activity with that particular trade. Obviously, we can't limit the updates to the trades, because if a trader enters a trade and they cancel it, or they tell you to take profit, or they tell you to exit, you want to be able to do that and not have that particular notification excluded from you. So that's the quickest overview. There will be training provided from the app, and you'll see more announcements in IML Elite and within the Swipes app itself. So guys, this is a pretty huge thing, and you only have a couple things left to do at this point, and that is this. Subscribe to Swipe Trades. Guys, it's just $15 a month. And with the new rotation in the teams, we have some huge, huge potential here. Obviously, as always, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Only use surplus money. Follow the instructions from the master traders in terms of the risk that they talk about using and how to do that. For the month of December, you're going to get Swipe Trade Plus trade ideas free. it'll be $15 more starting January 1st. So on January 1st, if you'd like to get both the higher end Swipe Trades Plus trades and Swipe Trades, it'll be $30. You do not have the ability to subscribe to just Swipe Trades Plus. You must have a Swipe Trade subscription in order to get Swipe Trades Plus. And right now, effective immediately, the app is available for download. So let's get to it. Get your subscription, renew your subscription, get in there and take trade ideas, look at them. Let's rock and roll with Swipes 3.0. And by the way, our official launch, where we will actually roll this out in a big way, will be January 1st. But you have the month of December here. It's kind of a, so-so month because of some holidays for many people. And so we're going to take this month to get you acclimated to 3.0 with free Swipes Trade Plus and the new app. And then we're hitting the ground running January 1st. So get in there now. It's just $15 to have access to both Swipe Trades and Swipe Trades Plus. It's been a pleasure updating you and telling you where we're going. We're super, super excited. Continue to bring more and more value to the Swipe Trades offering and the entire IML platform. So with that, have a great day, and I'll see your success posts out there in social media. Take care, guys.